I see Chris is over here to talk about the Red Sox, and I don't know if he missed the part about Hunter Dobbins already, but no, I honestly just think I'm just speaking from the perspective of this happened to the Mets, Luke. Right, just being honest for a second. I'd be steaming about this for like a week because it's so annoying to have somebody go in there and basically dunk on the team, and then like I'm annoyed right now because like Ash is in the corner there, and the Braves have won 2 against the Mets, right? And Peter and I literally said going into the series like we were not gonna put any kind of nails in the coffin for the Braves unless the Mets win the series, right? Of course they didn't win the goddamn series. Like, of course. We knew it was gonna happen. We're used to that. So I'm already despair, but it's just when I'm in despair at this moment, the only way to fix it is to make somebody else more miserable. And so that's why I had to try to ask about this Hunter
You gotta dunk on Luke a little bit.
I mean, Kenny says the Yankees are done. I don't think they're done at all, by the way.
He said that last year in July.
You know, I don't think they're done. I do this because of the fact that the Yankees are still going to win the division, and the moments that I get to take shots here are kind of few and far between. So I enjoy this, but it would piss me the hell off, right? Like, isn't there a part of you that wants to like deck Hunter Dobbins in the face?
Yeah, and there's
that's what I want to hear. It's okay. This is also the New York therapy hour, right? Like, it's okay. I mean, like, I want to hit him in the face because you sit there and you're looking at that stat line. It's like, God, we just let him go 6 shutout against us after twice. He beat twice in a row, which is rough.
No, it's frustrating, and he's just facing us during our power surge, or not power outage here. Like, there's nothing going on with the bats. Like, it's like we're going up there and there's just holes in our bats, and he's just throwing it right through. And this is just, yeah, all right. So, way to go, Hunter Dobbins. You beat us when we're at our worst. You know, like I don't know. And then just to parade around and be like, oh, you know, I backed up my words and said that I'm not gonna, you know, I'll never sign with the Yankees. Like, go screw, bro. Like, keep your 4.5 plus ERA. You know, go keep facing lineups, 2 times through, and let Alex Cora come out and pull you in the 5th inning. Like, go screw. Like,
what sucks is that he actually had an ERA over 4.5 before he faced the Yankees. It's down to 3.7 now because they couldn't hit him.
But I wanted to touch on the Hunter Dobbins thing, because how many athletes, when they get interviewed nowadays, just kind of give you these vanilla answers, and like they're afraid to, because of the world of social media and everything else, they're afraid to give, they're afraid to give this sense of attitude and like stoking the fire of a rivalry and that kind of thing. And so it's very, very much it's just a breath of fresh air to hear a guy go out there and be like, F those guys, we hate them, I don't like those guys, I want to beat their ass. And then he went out and did it. Like, that is really cool from a sports fan perspective. I know Yankees fans are probably hating him and can't wait till their third chance at Hunter Dobbins, but my God, that's fun. Like, as a sports fan, that is fun. And it make it even worse is that it's Yankees Red Sox. I mean, if this guy played for the Marlins, nobody would care. Like, it'd be a weekend series, a random weekend series, it'd be over with and nobody would care. But it's Yankees Red Sox. This is one of the best rivalries in all of sports. And we're going to get to experience this over and over and over again. And it's just fun, man. Like, I got to say, man, I love it that somebody actually said something like that. Granted, a lot of what he said turned out to be just BS, but that was fun. Like, embrace the fun is what I got to say.
I also want to say, to be fair, that if Hunter Dobbins went out and said that Trent Grisham was a role player, you'd probably buy his jersey just to piss off Luke at this point.
Hell yes.
I know. So I just want to order it anyway. There's clearly a bias here trying to tick off Luke. Kenny says, didn't you guys shit on Michael K for something similar? Oh, baby. Oh,
it's
baby.
Different. It's totally different.
You want to open up the floodgates. I didn't realize that Michael K was out there throwing shutout innings against the Mets.
Take the field.
But
yeah, it's a lot different than a player saying it than the actual voice of a team.
I also want to be clear that
a big difference.
Hunter Dobbins lying. I talked about and I joked about this the other day. Like, if his dad lied to him, which it seems like has actually happened, right? That does suck and that's shitty. And so it is kind of it's just an excuse to buy another jersey. By the way, when his birthday is coming up, Trent Grisham is the player that you want to get him as a birthday gift. Luke can help you with that jersey.
Grisham. He's got a mustache. Yeah, you'll see him at the top of the hitting list. Yeah.
But the K thing, so the Hunter Dobbins thing, and I'll comment, I like the trash talk part, by the way, because as much as I like get annoyed at players, and you'll hear me go off on players that I don't like, obviously, you got to respect, like, I come from a WWE loving like personality, right? And I think all four of us on the pod are like that. So I like a little trash talk. I like a little energy and that kind of like that type of trash talk. I don't support the lying. I do believe the fact that he feels like his dad told him the stories and that he kind of owned up to the fact that, all right, maybe his dad lied. He was just repeating what his dad said. But the Michael K thing for me is a completely different situation, Kenny, because he straight up lied about Juan Soto, then doubled down about it, and then decided to turn around and call the entire fan base gnats and like insignificant and terrible people. Like Hunter Dobbins isn't going out there and calling Luke a gnat. He's just shutting down the Yankees for 6 innings and taking his second win against them in 2 starts. That's different than Michael K. Like Michael K is way different and way off situation than Hunter Dobbins. I don't know if any of you guys disagree or agree with Kenny here, but I think it's night and day situations.
And none of the Mets get to step in the batter's box against Michael K. Like they don't get to take it back out on him. Like, no, what are they going to do?
They get to meet him out in the parking lot.
God help
in the City Field.
I mean, Aaron Judge gets to go up and face Hunter Dobbins and try to hit a home run as retaliation. Michael, they can't do anything to Michael K.
I would love to hear the expansion on why that's hypocritical, because I think that's a logical argument as to why there's a difference of like Hunter Dobbins striking out Judge and you guys being sour than Michael K lying about our players. Like, I don't respect like Hunter Dobbins' dad lying, but according to what Hunter Dobbins said, that, you know, that's what his dad told him. If Michael K came out, and I've said this before on my rant, I said it with Peter, if he came out and he said he got bad info from a source, I would not be like putting his ass to the fire, because it is possible he got bad information. It's the fact that he doubled down and then got mad at people for it as if he didn't just lie to our faces. You know, I mean, so Hunter Dobbins, I mean, I feel bad in the situation that, like, I guess it seems like his dad lied to him, which sucks, right? To find that out on a public scale. That must suck, by the way, to find out like after a national quote that the Yankees, of course, investigated it, because you can never say anything slanderous about the Yankees. And they sent like their crackpot teams behind them with millions of dollars to find out. And they went back 50, 60 years and they're like, we never even knew Hunter Dobbins' dad. What are you talking about? Which to me is kind of funny, because it's crazy that you make those claims and like you're like, oh, I saw photos, and I don't know what he freaking saw.
What
like
photos did he see?
Yeah,
that's
if this was on made up, that one. That's kind of funny. Like we saw his dad in Yankees like hat or something like that. I'm like, I don't actually understand. I don't know if his dad has like Photoshop photos of him being drafted by the Yankees, which would be really freaking funny to me. Like I do want to know the extent of this, in terms of like, what did he see? Like, did his dad just one time tell him that when he was drunk and he was like, yeah, I got drafted by the Yankees, but I couldn't make it, kid.
Actually, I have a source. They have a picture in their living room of some guy getting drafted by the Yankees, and then it's just Hunter Dobbins' dad's face just printed on it.
That's what, like, I want to know. I do want to know.
He's got the cutout and just I have a source for it too, so don't worry, guys. It's true.
I do want to know what exactly he saw, because like in my head, I'm like, that just sucks to find out that your dad's a liar on like a national scale. So that does make you look bad. So thank God because like, imagine if he got lit up after those comments, right? So you lie about the Yankees, you go out there and get lit up. And then the second time, like if he got lit up in both of these starts, Hunter Dobbins has got to be thanking his lucky stars that he was able to beat the Yankees twice in a row, because otherwise Yankees fans would never let him live it down. Luke, you would see like they still send mean tweets to Alek Manoah, right? Like I've watched Yankee fans, like Alek Manoah hasn't really existed in like a year and a half, and people mention Alek Manoah and they'll go off on a rant and be like, that fat guy, you know, you don't really understand Yankees fans, so
he's not even pitching. He's not even pitching in the MLB anymore. But we're still going to talk shit about him,
right? And it's like, so I know, like
we won. He's not even relevant anymore.
Absolutely a petty fan base, right? Which I respect. Yeah. I respect petty. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, so I like it. But
but Rand, I'll say this too. And I've been to Yankees games, obviously, right? And I've sat in the bleacher creatures section, right?
Right.
And I have watched, and it was at an Orioles game. I have watched a grown man yell at a kid wearing a Blue Jays jersey at an Orioles game. Like why? Like why? Like it's total nonsense. But here's my thing. I don't condone the lying. Like I don't condone the lying either from Hunter Dobbins or Michael Kay. I love that he called you guys Nats. Like that lines up with the Hunter Dobbins comments.
I agree. I agree with that for what it's worth, by the way. Because it's like I'll clap back on it in the same way that you're like, yo, you'd love to hit Hunter Dobbins in the face, right? I'm like, hey, Mike Kay's a piece of shit. And I think those are the normal, realistic reactions. So I agree. I understand the idea of like, hey, that's just trash talk. I just think it's funny that he did it on the double down of the lie, right? Because it's like you had an out. You had the ability to say, I lied about the Mets. I lied about Juan Soto. I've compromised my integrity. I'm getting too old. I have dementia. I'm not good at my job anymore. He could have said any of those things, right? Like he could have said any of that. And he decided to turn around and be like, is it me that's wrong? No, it must be all the people telling the truth. Fuck them. And just double down on your radio show, which already had problems. Like, so I think I do think that's funny, like in the sense of that's why I responded to it, because you don't want to give it attention, but you kind of have to. We're petty New York fans, right? So I respect that much.
I'm glad that we have it on record that Luke is anti-lying. I'm glad we have that for the record.
No, Peter hates kids, and I'm against lying. Like
no, kids from Boston. Kids don't lie. Kids from Boston.
Kids from Boston.
But and that's fair, honestly, because I know exactly what he's referring to, because I saw that photo, and like I also can't stand the existence of the New England Patriots as a franchise. So it's one of those things where I get it, man. I get it, and I feel like most people understand that much too.
Try living with a father who's a New England Patriots fan.
It's so annoying to hear people say anything nice about Tom Brady. I'm like, I'm going to Fanatics Fest this weekend, and Tom Brady's going to be there, and people are like, oh my God, Tom Brady's going to be there. And I'm like, great, can I hit him? But like, it's just one of those things where
wait, he's phenomenal. He's a phenomenal announcer. Like we can all agree on that. Right? Like,
Tom Brady is also he leads into that stuff. Like I have my own commentary about like the maybe not so ethical things he's done in terms of football and things like that. So putting that aside, though, he is also one of those people that leans into the rivalries and knows how to trash talk and things like that. And it grates me because, like, obviously on the side of like watching the Jets, I'm a Saints fan, but watching the Jets for a long time, they've never really been able to get one over him. We get like minor things. So it's I'm not actually, by the way, this is funny. I'm not actually going to hit Tom Brady. I want to be very clear, or anybody else there. But it's also a fun environment because, like, with something like Fanatics Fest coming up here in New York, we'll be like right next to these guys. And so the things that get shouted like all the time, because like Rob Gronkowski was here last year, right? And they know what they're walking into, right? Like they had Derek Jeter and David Ortiz, I think, do a pod last year live. And like, they know what Poppy's walking into the middle of the city. Like, it's not like he's giving the key to the city of New York. They're going to say, screw you, and scream and those kind of things, right? And so it's
equally.
Wow. That's impressive. I don't even like Hunter Dobbins that much. But
I don't think Hunter Dobbins likes Hunter Dobbins that much.
Hunter Dobbins' father certainly doesn't like him that much.
Well, Hunter Dobbins' father more than people love Tom Brady.
God help me. No, I should make it clear now, I guess, to be said. I'm not actually going to hit anybody on Friday. But
yeah, you pissed off our legal team. Way to go, Ram.
The closest thing we have to a legal team is me, I think, and the crackpot lawyers that we have on we got the Luke and the guys and all these law adjacent people in the. We have Stephen and I think Bob and stuff as lawyers in the.
Bob representing it.
Yeah, Bob tried to get me
hanged. A bunch of attorneys in there. Actually,
yeah, there's a lot. I am honestly, by the way, and I think I've said this before, I am never surprised at the amount of attorneys that are playing fantasy baseball, because it's such a meticulous thing that I see the arguments being made for certain things in fantasy baseball, and I'm like, oh, you're a lawyer. You're used to getting your way, and you're a lawyer, right? So like, it's one of those things. By the way, I just want to acknowledge what Chris is saying. We're talking about Dobbins and Brady. Brady's coming to New York on Friday. That's why I mentioned him, and I mentioned Dobbins because he talked about a team that is in New York, in the Yankees, and it's important to mess with Luke. But I will defend Luke over the over Tom Brady. I mean, like, I would never like threaten to hit Luke even as a joke because like I like Luke, but like, Tom Brady's
Tom Brady.
If Tom Brady and I were both falling off a cliff and you could only grab one of us, who would it be?
I would consider grabbing you, but I'd take the moment to stomp on Brady's fingers. I just want to be clear. This is like if anybody saw Scrubs and like Dr. Cox's obsession with like Hugh Jackman, that's kind of like how I feel about the idea of like bam, right in the kisser, No, Tom Brady's an outstanding player, and it's just fun to kind of again, this is kind of the nature of what we're talking about. Like, New York fans are petty fans and passionate fans, and so we're kind of easy bait for those type of commentary in terms of the Michael K stuff or the Hunter Dobbins stuff. And I do agree with Ash wholeheartedly that it is fun when somebody decides to kind of like stoke the fire, like, and just add to it. It's just so annoying to be on the end of it where we can't do anything about it.